Good afternoon, guys. Today we studies what is law of heat transfer and thermal conductivity, and how we can determine the heat transfer of heat transfer through the slab or through the wall. Okay. Previously we studied what is heat transfer, different mode of heat transfers like conduction, convection, radiation, and we studied little bit about different definitions. We studied what is conduction, convection, radiation, and different mode of heat conduction. Like first is lattice vibration, second is by transportation of free electrons. Then we studied basic definitions like what is heat transfer rate, what is heat flux, what is steady state, what is unsteady state. Today we have studied what is Fourier law of heat conduction. The statement of Fourier law of heat conduction is the rate of heat flow through a simple homogeneous solid is directly proportional to the area measured normal to the direction of heat flow and temperature gradient in the direction of heat flow. So firstly we studied what is direction of flow. Direction of flow is nothing but in which direction the heat transfer is done. So if we consider this is x direction, then the q is your heat transfer rate and x is a direction, and this area is considered as a normal. This area is considered as a, which is normal to the heat transfer direction. So with the help of conduction equation, with the help of heat transfer rate equation, we are get to know that q is equal to a into dt. What is q? Q is nothing but your heat transfer rate, and the unit of heat transfer rate is joule per second. A is area of heat flow normal to the heat directions, which unit is meter square. What is dt? Dt is nothing but the temperature difference between two phases. Like this is phase 1, this is phase 2. If here is temperature is T1 and here's temperature is T2, then the dt is function of temperature, and the dt is temperature difference between two phases. Next is x. What is dx? Dx is nothing but your thickness of the solid body, this, and dt by dx is nothing but your temperature gradient, which unit is Kelvin per meter. Okay guys, and thickness unit is meter. So thus we will conclude that if q is directly proportional to the a dt by dx is nothing but the heat transfer rate is directly proportional to the normal area and temperature gradient. Dt and dx is nothing but your temperature gradient, and a is the normal area in which the heat transfer will happen. So when we cancel this proportionality, then we have to introduce some constant, and that constant is called as your thermal conductivity, or K. Okay, where K is the proportionality or sign of proportionality, or it called as constant of thermal conductivity of any material, and the thermal conductivity of material will be vary with different for different material. The different thermal conductivities are there. Let's consider metal. For metal, the silver, copper, aluminium, magnesium, tungsten, zinc, different metals have different thermal conductivity. Non-metals also have the thermal conductivity, like marble, brick, concrete, glass. Just remember these words, because you have to solve the problem with the help of this, and in the problem the K is already given to you. Okay, then if the heat conduction is happen through a valve, like in the summer, if you are sitting in your house and your house walls are get heated, how the heat can be transferred into your wall and into your other surfaces or other rooms. So consider a wall surface. The wall surface area is A, of thickness x, which is shown in figure. Let's q be the heat transfer rate in the x direction, and K is thermal conductivity of this material. what we have taken. So T1 is initial temperature for this phase and T2 is your final temperature for this phase. So at 0 the temperature is T1 and at x the temperature is T2. When we writing the Fourier law of heat conduction, what it state? Fourier law of heat conduction is told that heat transfer is directly proportional to the area, is directly proportional to the normal area and heat and temperature gradient, and K is your proportionality constant. Okay, when we integrate this equation with the boundary condition at x equal to 0 the temperature is T1, at x equal to x the temperature is T2. So when we rearrange this equation, the equation will come into this shape Q. We just rearrange this equation, we take dx here and other equation is remain constant. So when we apply the integration and the boundary conditions like 0 to x dx q multiplied by integration of x from 0 to x minus ka integration of dt t1 to t2. What is integration of dx is x, and we apply the boundary condition 0 to x, we will get x minus 0 0. Then what is the integration of dt is t. When we apply t1 t2, so the expression will come t2 minus t1. Or when we rearrange this equation, your q is k a d, when the minus sign is goes inside, the t1 is positive, t2 is minus. So t1 minus t2, K is your thermal conductivity multiplied by area and multiplied by the temperature difference divided by the thickness. So this is your heat transfer rate equation. And what is heat flux? Heat flux is nothing but your heat transfer rate divided by area. So when we rearrange this equation, your area get cancelled and your final expression for the heat flux is your K T1 minus T2 divided by x. So this is the expression for this is the expression for heat flux, and this is the expression of heat transfer rate for wall, and this expression is for heat flux for wall. Okay guys, for tomorrow's lecture we will study what is Newton law of cooling, what is convection, what is Newton law of cooling, what is radiation, what is emissive power, what is emissivity, what are the different laws of radiation we will study. Okay.